Yeah, no, not. I will go to my grave just regretting not getting a cup win. And yeah, we had some really good opportunities. First with working with Brian Patty and Joe Nemechek, and I think it was '99 at Watkins Glen. We finished second to Jeff Gordon, and it was really that was Joe's. Um, Now you would call it an Xfinity team, but it was Joe's Xfinity team that I had won a couple of then Busch Series races and a truck race for, and getting an opportunity to run a Cup car, and we got again very close. So I mean, our expectations were it was a little bit different. We were it was a Busch Series team and a part-time team, and but a terrific crew led by Brian Patty, and we had local sponsorship for that event from Lillian Taylor at Bully Hill Vineyards. So yeah, and it came very close. But I think that was super satisfying to finish second. There were other ones that were not so satisfying, finishing second, third, and I think the one of the ones that I felt we had in the bag was Sonoma in 2003. But just it was then that I learned that not only do you have to have a great race team and be absolutely on the top of your game driving, but the stars needed to be aligned as well. And I drove the '03 I was subbing for Steve Park in the Pennzoil car, and that was my first ride with Dale Earnhardt Incorporated.
Yeah, you definitely should have won the 2003 race, definitely. When you got first into NASCAR, though, didn't you drive the '68 Canasca car, or what was that about exactly?
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Was that the number 68?
I think it was a Victor Sifton, I think, that owned the team.
Yeah, Victor. Yeah. I I think it was 95 or 96. Yeah, Victor had a car, and I was doing the Trans Am race. Was like the Saturday feature then with the Cup Series at the Glen, and Victor, had it was a small race team, and we managed to get the car in the race, which was an accomplishment unto itself. But yeah, we broke the motor early. That part I remember, but I think we barely made the race. However, that was in an era where there were a lot of cars going home that didn't qualify. So we were fortunate just to make the show.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And what'd you do after that Cup race in '95, I think? Because I think you went back to sports cars for a bit before getting the Nemco ride, I believe.
Yeah, I did. We had 2 more years with American Equipment Racing and working with Bus McCall on the team. Will Moody, Will Moody ran the team. My chief mechanic there, Dennis LaCava, Buddy Fay was one of the engineers. Yeah, no, it was a great team. We did that in 95, 96, and then I had a 3-year deal with Chevrolet that started in the 95 season, but then at the end of 96, they pulled out. So I had a year left on my contract, and they were Herb Fischel and the GM racing department back then sort of encouraged me to do other things, and I got a little bit of a taste again of the Busch Series. I think I drove for James Finch in '97 once at the Glen, and then got hooked up with Billy Hess. Billy passed I think last year, but terrific guy. He was a chassis builder in the Charlotte area. Yeah, and he built a truck for us to go run Watkins Glen, and we managed to win it in '97. And then the week after that, I did what was then World Sports Car Championship, and I drove a Ferrari 333, which was an open cockpit prototype, and I drove it here at the home track, and we got the pole and won the race with my teammate for that weekend was Rob Morgan. So that was huge. That was all in the month of August. So it was a pretty good month of August, and that sort of led to a renewal of my contract with Chevy in the fall of '97, and that's where they talked about taking a Corvette to Le Mans. And so I thought about that for a nanosecond. You know, we'd like you to be part of that run, and I'm in. Who would want to go to Le Mans? But it was going to be a year of development. So in '98, we essentially the Pratt Miller team that was Corvette Racing, still is. They built a C5 race car, and the rules were sort of evolving for the GT category back then. But we basically did an entire season of testing in '98 before starting at Daytona in '99, and that was also '98 was also the birth of Don Pano's series, the American Le Mans Series. So that was the focus. Other than Daytona was the American Le Mans Series, and was the entire time I was with Corvette Racing. But '98 was got my first Busch win with Nemco in June, and then I think did some more trucks with Billy S. And then '99 it was I stayed with Nemechek. We did obviously the one cup race, but we also did a truck race. I think '99 I finished second. Yes, I did. In the Busch race I finished second in June. He got me on a late restart, crafty move, and so I finished second. We were super disappointed. I won the truck race the day before, but we back then I think it was starting in '99. Yeah, starting in '99, and the big June weekend at Watkins Glen was Saturday Craftsman Truck Series, Sunday Busch Series, and I was doing them both. And we never managed to win both on the same weekend, but it was either one or the other. But the disappointment, I'll never forget the disappointment of not winning the Busch race on the Sunday in '99. We were, sort of consoling each other, Brian and I, about what went wrong, and Lillian Taylor from Bully Hill Vineyards came in. And hey, you guys did great. You won the truck race the day before, second. You guys should come back with a cup car in August. And I looked at Brian, and he looked at me, and let's go back to Charlotte and see if that was possible. And so it was Billy Hess built the chassis. Brian had a buddy hang the body, and Joe Nemechek was driving for Felix Sabatis back then, and that's who we were able to rent a motor from.
Mm.
And so we ended up finishing second. So it was and kind of I think I'd certainly, 90 winning the truck race at the Glen in '97. It just led to so many other opportunities, particularly, in all three NASCAR series. More so the Busch Series and the Cup Series. Getting opportunities to get hired to do the road races. Back then there was maybe 2, maximum 3 road courses and trucks. 1 for the Busch Series and 2 for Cup. So I look at it now and all kinds of road races, and to be 30 years younger.
Yeah. It could be worse though regarding the last lap pass Junior made. You could have ended up losing it in the final turn, like what Marco lost to Sam Hornish at Indianapolis.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah, no, I remember it distinctly. Yeah, it was coming out of turn 1. He got underneath me in the 2, and that was it. It was a last lap dash, and yeah, he got me.